What if I told you a 2p coin in your pocket could be worth $7,000? It's true. Today we're talking about 5 rare UK coins that look normal but can sell for big money. Let's find out what makes them so special. Let's start with our first coin on the list, the 1978 new pence 2p coin, also known as the 2p coin. At first glance, it looks just like any regular coin you'd find in your pocket. It's copper-plated and says new pence on the reverse side. But here's the surprising part, this ordinary-looking coin could be worth up to $2,000 today. Yes, a coin that's only worth 2 pence could actually be a small fortune if you happen to have the right one. So, why is the 1978 2p coin so special? The answer lies in a combination of rarity and a minting mistake. In 1978, the Royal Mint produced a batch of 2p coins that didn't quite meet the official standards. Specifically, there were issues with the weight of the coins. Most of those faulty coins were melted down and never made it into circulation. That means only a very small number of these coins survived. And that's what makes them so valuable. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is everything. The fewer coins that exist, the more collectors are willing to pay. And when you mix rarity with a historic minting error, that's a recipe for a very valuable coin. Let's take a closer look at the coin's design. On the obverse, or the front of the coin, you'll find a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin. This was the standard portrait used on coins from 1968 until 1984. The Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a classic and elegant look. But the real detail lies on the reverse side of the coin. This side shows the official badge of the Prince of Wales. It features 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a gold coronet, with a ribbon below that reads ICHDN, which means I serve in German. This design has been a symbol of the Prince of Wales since the 14th century, and it adds royal significance to the coin. Another key detail is the wording. The coin says new pence instead of 2 pence. This is important because in 1982, the Royal Mint changed the wording on 2p coins to say 2 pence instead. So any coins that still say new pence were made before that change, and that makes certain years more collectible, especially when errors are involved. So, if you have a 2p coin dated 1978, take a good look at it. If it has the right weight and says new pence, you could be holding a rare coin that's worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. It's a great example of how something small and overlooked can carry huge value if you know what to look for. Next on our list is the 1977 UK 2 new pence bronze coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. At first glance, this coin might seem like any ordinary 2p coin you'd find in your change. But if you take a closer look and know what to look for, you'll see that this 1977 version can be quite valuable. Some collectors have paid up to $1,500 for a single one of these coins. That's a huge leap from just 2 pence. So, what makes the 1977 2 new pence coin so special? The answer lies in a mix of historical timing, rare variations, and good old-fashioned collectability. First, let's talk about the history. The year 1977 was an important one in British history. It marked the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, celebrating 25 years on the throne. Although the 2p coin itself wasn't made specifically as a commemorative piece, coins from this year are often more sought after because of their connection to the Queen's milestone. For many collectors, coins from 1977 carry added emotional and historical value. Now, let's look at the design. On the obverse, the front side, you'll see a beautiful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This version of her portrait was created by Arnold Machin, and it shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which is one of her most iconic looks on coinage. This portrait was used on British coins from the late 1960s until the early 1980s, so it's a familiar and classic design. The reverse side of the coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales, just like the 1978 version we talked about earlier. You'll see 3 ostrich feathers coming out of a golden coronet, with a ribbon below showing the German words ICHDN, which means I serve. This has been the symbol of the Prince of Wales since the 1300s, and it's a key part of British royal tradition. But here's where things get really interesting. Some of the 1977 2p coins have been found with very minor minting errors. These can include things like a slight misalignment of the lettering, unusual spacing, or variations in the edge of the coin. These small errors are hard to spot, but collectors love them because mistakes often mean rarity, and rarity means value. Also, because many people didn't save 2p coins from the 1970s, well-preserved coins from this year are hard to find in top condition. Coins that are still shiny, clean, and haven't been worn down by years of use can be worth far more, especially if they've been kept in coin collections or old change jars. So if you have a 1977 2p coin sitting in your pocket or hidden in a drawer, take a moment to check it out. It may just look like spare change, but with the right features and condition, it could be worth up to $1,500. Not bad for a tiny bronze coin. Now let's move on to our third coin, the rare 1975 2 pence 2p coin. This little bronze coin might not look very special at first, but it's actually one of the more valuable coins from the 1970s. Some collectors have paid up to $1,200 for this coin, depending on its condition. That's a massive jump from its face value of just 2 pence. So, what makes the 1975 2p coin so rare and valuable? The key is low mintage, limited release, and the continued use of the older new pence wording on the back. Let's break it down. The United Kingdom switched to decimal currency in 1971, and with that, the 2 pence coin was introduced. From 1971 to 1981, all 2p coins had the words new pence written on the reverse side, instead of 2 pence. This was done to help people adjust to the new decimal system. But in 1982, the Royal Mint changed the design so the coins would say 2 pence instead of new pence. Now here's where 1975 becomes special. In that year, 2p coins were not officially released for general circulation. Instead, they were only struck for proof sets and collector's sets, meaning regular people wouldn't find them in their change. That makes the 1975 2 pence coin quite rare, especially if it has been removed from a proof set and ended up in the hands of someone who doesn't realize its value. If you do come across a 1975 2p coin, it's already rare because of the limited number made. But if it's in excellent condition, with no scratches, dents, or wear, it can be even more valuable. Collectors are always on the hunt for clean, sharp coins that still look new, especially from low mintage years like this one. Now let's talk about the design. Like the other coins we've covered, the obverse side features Queen Elizabeth II, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, as designed by Arnold Machin. This elegant portrait was used on UK coins for nearly 2 decades and is one of the most recognised images of the Queen worldwide. On the reverse, you'll see the classic badge of the Prince of Wales, with 3 ostrich feathers, a coronet, and a banner that says ICHDN, which is German for I serve. This royal symbol adds a traditional and historic touch to the coin, reminding us that every piece of currency has its own story. So, if you happen to come across a 1975 2 pence coin, don't ignore it. It might just look like old change, but it could be a rare collector's item worth over $1,000. That's the magic of coin collecting, you never know which small coin might turn into a big payday. Next on the list is a real treasure, the 1971 new pence 2p coin. This is one of the most important coins in UK coin history, and it could be worth up to $7,000 depending on its condition and unique features. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that says just 2p on it might be worth thousands. So, what makes the 1971 new pence coin so valuable? To start with, 1971 was the very first year the UK introduced decimal currency. Before that, Britain used the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence, which could get a bit confusing. But in 1971, the UK switched to a simpler system where 100 pence made up £1. And with that change came a new set of coins, including the 2p. The 1971 2p coin was part of that brand new decimal set, and it was among the first coins ever to be minted in that style. Because of that, it holds a special place in UK history. Collectors love first-year coins, especially from major changes like decimalisation. Now, most of the 1971 2p coins were released into circulation, so you might think they're common. But here's the catch, some coins from that year were struck with small differences or minting errors. These include things like slight shifts in design, odd spacing in the lettering, or even off-cent prints. These rare error versions are what makes certain 1971 2p coins so valuable. There are also proof versions of the 1971 2p that were made in small numbers for collectors. These proof coins were struck with extra care, giving them a shinier, sharper finish. If you have one of these in perfect condition, especially one that has never been handled or removed from a collector set, it can be worth thousands. Let's take a closer look at the design. The obverse side of the coin shows the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. In this version, she is wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which is a common and elegant look for this period of her reign. On the reverse side, we see the official badge of the Prince of Wales. This design includes 3 white ostrich feathers rising out of a gold coronet, with a ribbon underneath bearing the words ICHDN, which means I serve in German. It's a traditional and royal symbol that ties the coin to centuries of British history. Finally, there's the phrase new pence. This was used on all 2p coins from 1971 until 1981. After that, the wording was changed to 2 pence. So any coin with new pence tells us it's from that early decimal period, making it more collectible, especially the 1971 version, which started it all. So, next time you're sorting through your change or looking at old coins, keep your eyes peeled for a 1971 2p. It might look like just another copper coin, but if it's the right one, especially with an error or proof finish, it could be worth a massive $7,000. Finally, we have the 1980 new pence 2 pence coin. At first, this coin might seem like just another regular 2p piece from the 1980s, but it's actually more valuable than you might think. In fact, this 1980 2p coin can be worth up to $1,000 or more, depending on its condition and specific features. So, what makes the 1980 2p so special? Well, a lot of it has to do with its rarity and the subtle changes in design and minting. You see, after the 1971 decimalisation of the British currency, the Royal Mint started using the wording new pence on coins like the 2p until 1981. So, coins from 1980 are part of the last group of 2p coins that used this older phrasing, before it was changed to 2 pence. This means coins from that year are part of the very last batch of new pence coins, adding a layer of historical value to them. But what really drives up the price of the 1980 coin is the fact that it was minted in relatively low numbers, especially compared to other years. Many of the 1980 2p coins were circulated and spent, leaving very few that have remained in mint condition or without wear and tear. Coins in excellent condition, those that are shiny, scratch-free, and well-preserved, are highly sought after by collectors, making them much more valuable than average coins. In addition, any minting errors on the 1980 2p coin can drastically increase its value. These might be slight imperfections, like a misaligned image or errors in the lettering, which could make the coin unique and rare. As always, small details like these are what collectors are looking for when hunting for hidden gems. Now let's look at the design itself. Like the 2p coins from earlier years, the obverse side of the 1980 2p features the famous portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin. This was the standard design for the Queen on UK coins for over 15 years, making it instantly recognisable to anyone who's seen British currency. On the reverse side, you'll again find the badge of the Prince of Wales, which includes 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet with a ribbon that says ICHDN, meaning I serve. This design has been a consistent feature on 2p coins since the first decimal coins were introduced in 1971, and it represents a connection to British royal history. The new pence wording is still visible on the reverse side of the 1980 coin, making it a part of the final few years where this label was used before the minting language changed to 2 pence in 1983. Because of this, 1980 coins are often seen as a transitional period between the old and new design, making them a favourite among collectors. So, next time you're checking your change or sorting through your coin collection, take a second to check for a 1980 2p coin. If it's in great condition or has a rare error, you could be holding onto a coin worth $1,000 or more. So there you have it, folks, 5 of the most expensive and ultra-rare UK coins you might come across. From the 1978 new pence 2 pence coin, which could fetch $2,000, to the incredible $7,000 value of the 1971 new pence 2p coin, these coins prove that there's more to numismatics than just shiny metal. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just stumbled upon this world of rare coins, it's amazing to see how a small piece of metal can hold so much value, history, and meaning. So, next time you come across a coin in your pocket, take a second look. You never know if you might be holding one of these rare treasures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more interesting coin stories, and leave a comment below if you've ever found any rare coins of your own. Until next time, happy collecting!